Hey guys, BMAN here. Welcome to today's video. Today we've got an awesome one for you guys. What we have today is perks from multiplayer working in zombies. So right now we have the perk that makes your gun butt do your melee weapon attack right here, active in zombies, guys. Now, the most OP perk from multiplayer that you can run in zombies right now is double time, because the reason for that is that doubles your attack sprint and also doubles your attack sprint time with stamina up perk, guys. So we're going to show you right here. I've not got that perk equipped, and we'll see how far I can run without stamina up perk, and then we'll see how far I can sprint with stamina up perk, and then we'll show you it with the double time perk active, and you will see it legitimately doubles that time. So about 30 meters without the perk and without stamina up, and about 70 with it. So, you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me an awesome comment. We'll have a quick word about today's sponsor, and then we'll just get straight into how to do all of this, guys. If you want to unlock Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula camos in Black Ops 6, or grind them extremely quickly in bot lobbies, be sure to check out MitchCactus. They're the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty, which will help you with weekly events and rare bundle codes for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Browse their 1,500 verified Trustpilot reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers. They're the go for all your things Call of Duty. Use code BMAN for 5% off, and thanks MitchCactus for sponsoring today's video. Now, guys, before we get into it, I cannot stress enough. As you see right here, there's no perk thing in zombies. When they patch this, they may only patch the ability to do it and how it's doing it, but not actually undo the effects that we've already done. So when they patch this, and future people may not be able to actually do it to their profile and get double time perk active, but all of the people who have already done it and already have got double time perk glitched and working and active on their profile may have it forever. So I would highly suggest you go and do this while you can, because this could make your profile way better than anybody else's profile this point going forward. Even more rare when they patch the ability to do it and you're the only profile that's got double sprint more than anybody else. So go out there and make the most of it. Don't muck around, make the most of this glitch. So right now we have the perk that makes it so we're melee, not double time perk. So what happens, so we're going to tack sprint right now. We've been standing still, we're going to tack sprint. We're going to put a marker right where we're standing, and we're just going to sprint as far as we can. So about here, so it's about 35 meters is about where we got to, right? So it's about 35 meters without double time and without stamina up. We have stamina up, and then we test it.
Perfect. Keep wasting those little shits on sight.
Stand still for a bit so we don't stamina interfered, and now we sprint. And it will be about double that, about 70 when attack sprint runs out. So about 60, okay? So it's 60. So we've got 35 and 60 without the double time is all that we can run. With stamina perk, we can run 60 meters. You're about to see that we're going to be able to run 120 meters before our attack sprint runs out with the double time perk. Now we've got the class right, we've got the perk that makes it so our melee is our gun butt is our melee and stuff, but we want to go along and we want to put double time here. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. To do that, we need to go over into multiplayer. This is 100% solo, and it's quite easy to do. You just need to be fast. So you need to use loadout 1 for this. This is the one that you need to use, okay? For this, you need to have one gun set up that needs needs the gunfighter wildcard perk to be able to equip it. So like here, this has more than 5 attachments. Then you need to start off without that equipped. So you need another gun that does not require that. Then you need to set up your class. You can go along and you want to set it up with whatever you're trying to put over. For us, we're trying to put over the perk. So we equipped perk greed. Then the perk that's going to become active in zombies is only this 4th perk. The other perks are not active in zombies. The perk that you're going to get active is this one here. Now, with that said, there's only a couple perks that will actually work. Close shave works, slipstream works, and I know double time work. Now, I don't think any others do work. I could be wrong, there might be one other or so, but majority of them will not work. The very best one I've found is double time, because obviously that doubling your sprint even and then doubling it again with stamina up perk is just so OP, it's awesome. So you want to, obviously for us, we're going to be equipping that for the video. Now, I'll be showing you later that you can also do further on with this, so you can have a rocket launcher in your melee slot, and then you can use that to duplicate the swords on CDM and stuff like that. I'll show that further on later in this video, but first we're going to show you the perk. So we've equipped the perk that we want over in zombies, and then all we need to do is go along and equip a gunfighter wildcard requiring weapon, back all the way out, go into zombies, and then as soon as we're in zombies, we need to cancel that with this, cancel it like this option right here. Press X to undo, then it's going to undo it, right? But what it's actually going to do is undo it and re-equips us it re-equips this right here, but it doesn't equip it into multiplayer. It puts it into the loadout of the class of the mode that we're in, which we're going to be in zombies. So that's simple, guys. That's what we do. So for this, we're going to equip perk greed into our loadout 1 in multiplayer, and we're going to equip double time. Then we come across to our gun that requires gunfighter wildcard. We equipped it and quickly back out and go to zombies. And then in zombies, we press undo in zombies. Now, over in zombies, we have not only the gun over here, but we have double time perk active, guys. It's just that simple. So now we can load in game and we have double time perk. Now, don't worry about it bringing the field upgrades and stuff like that over. They're pointless. They're useless over there, over in zombies. So don't worry about trying to do that. We'll load in game and we'll quickly show you that we have double time perk active and working, and it's actually doubling our sprint with and without stamina up perk. So we're on round 1. We've got no stamina up perk, but you'll see we've got the sprint distance equivalent of having stamina up perk. So we'll get about 60 meters to 70 meter sprint. Tac sprint to here, and it was 60 meter tac sprint with no stamina up perk. Whereas just before, our 60 meters was with stamina up perk. So now we're doubling it without stamina up perk. Now we'll go get stamina up perk and we'll show you we'll be running 120 meters in one tac sprint. Okay, to keep it the same weapon, because actually different weapons actually have different sprint distances, it turns out. So you can run further holding a pistol than you can holding a shotgun. You can run further holding a LMG than you can a shotgun. So for that reason, I'm going to show you guys using the same weapon I was using when we didn't have this perk active. So we're going to first show you the distance without stamina up perk, and then we'll show you it with it. So we do have double time perk from multiplayer active this time. So we will ping where we are, wait, stand still for a bit so our stamina's ready, and then we will sprint. And you'll see this will be the equivalent of before when we had stamina perk without double time. So we sprint. We'll get about 60 to 70 meters. Right here, 75, 70, 74, 75, about 70 meters, okay? Now we will have the stamina perk. We'll stop moving for a bit so it regains. We will ping here, and then we will sprint. Oh, this is a bit off because of all of that. But you guys will still get the thing. It should still be about 120. about here, which is about 120 meters. So we just sprinted about 120 meters, which is double before. So you can see that the double time perk is clearly working, guys. So with that said, let's get in and show you guys how you can actually stack these things that you're pulling from a multiplayer. So now I'm going to show you how you can have double time perk active, and you can either choose to have spawn with multiple decoys, 3 decoys as well, or you could choose to spawn with a launcher as your melee weapon so that you're able to duplicate guns and stuff and swords, over in CDM. So I'm going to show you guys quickly how to do that. Let's go and show you that. Now we'll show you how to do multiple wildcard things over into zombies. Now I've shown how to do multiple wildcards in multiplayer in the past. It's just doing that same thing first, and then you take that class over to zombies, guys. So you can actually stack the wildcards into multiplayer before you take your class over to zombies. So we'll show you exactly how to do that. You need to do that first. So first thing we need to do is we want to get the perk greed stacked into here without having perk greed wildcard active. Okay, so you need to do the glitch to be able to do that in multiplayer first. For this, what we need to do, you can do this with just a controller and stuff, but I find it a lot easier to do it with a mouse, so I've plugged in a mouse into my console for this step. You can do it with a controller if you're fast and you're skilled, but it's a lot easier with a mouse. So for this one here, you need to start off with the different wildcard in. That's not gunfighter wildcard, okay? So for us, it's going to start off with a tactical expert. Now, what's going to happen is we need to equip the gunfighter perk, etc. Do what we need to go like this. We need to equip this gun here, then we need to go back in. We need to come back in. We need to equip this. See this undo option? We need to click that undo option after we've clicked this, and then come in, equipped our perk greed, and come into here. This is the screen we need to be on when we click the undo option. So you need to be really fast to be able to pull this off, okay? So that's what we're going to do right now. So we equip the tactical, right? Then we come into here, we equip this, come back in, click this one, come in, perk greed, click here, and then we say undo on the screen. And that's how you have to do it. You have to be pretty fast like that, and then you get to this screen and you've undone it. So now you can go along and you can equip your perk. So the perk that you equipped is double time. So now we have double time perk equipped in this class, but you just can't see it there, right? So now we can have tactical expert, or we could have fly swatter thing, which is having a launcher as your melee slot, but we still have the double time perk active. You just can't see it. Make sure that you're doing this into loadout 1 when you're doing this. So now when we take this loadout over to zombies, we're going to actually be pulling over the double time perk, but you just cannot see it, okay? So at this point, that's all we needed the mouse for now. So now what we want to do is we want to bring over fly swatter over into zombies so that we have our launcher as our melee weapon so that we can go along and duplicate weapons in CDM. So let's go along and show you that part now. So now that we've got fly swatter, we've got our perk set up, and we've got fly swatter here equipped. You need to start off with this, then we come over and all we do is just equip the gunfighter perk requiring gun, back out fast and go into zombies and undo that. So that's what we do. Equip this, back out, come into zombies and say undo. And now we're here in zombies. We got the launcher as our melee weapon. We have double time perk active, and we can just go in, and now we'll go in and I'll show you us in CDM and how to duplicate the swords in CDM. We'll finish the video showing you guys us duplicating the lion sword in CDM. And this is useful for people that are trying to play with squads and their whole squad want to have a certain sword. Maybe your whole squad wants to have the lion sword so you guys can all be semi-god mode. It's pretty awesome for stuff like that. So we'll see you guys when we're in game. And as you see, we've just loaded in, and when we go to swap to our melee weapon, we've actually got our launcher. And we've also got our tactical sprint that's equivalent of having stamina up perk before we even get stamina up perk, because we've got our double time active. So we can tactical sprint a full loop around the first part here without any problems. And we've got our launcher as our melee weapon, which is the key to being able to duplicate the sword. So I'll see you guys once we've got access to the swords. Okay, now guys, we have our melee as our rocket launcher on CDM. We have our working perks, our double time perks, so we got extra sprint and everything. And when we activate our ether shroud with our void sheath, what it does is it pulls out our rocket launcher, guys, so we can get a kill with the rocket launcher. And it does not count as a melee kill, so it does not extend your Ether Shroud's Void Sheath, unfortunately, guys. But you can see that the rocket launcher is our melee because of that. So we come up to here, and with our rocket launcher as our melee, you can duplicate the swords. So you can go up to a sword, and you can just go up to the sword, and you can just keep duplicating it. Just like this, and every time you hit X, you interact with the statue, when it's empty, you can just create another sword. You can just duplicate any of the swords, upgraded swords or anything, for your whole team by doing that. Now, I would not recommend duplicating the lion sword on the first time, so before you kill these bugs and do the door, because if you accidentally kill one of these bugs now after duplicating the lion sword, it will not spawn more of the bugs. So now, if you do that, make sure you use the bugs that you have, those 4 bugs, to open the door while you can, because otherwise you will bug out those bugs. No pun intended. So we'll go through and we'll open the door. Then we'll show you guys with the upgraded lion sword. And unfortunately, our bugs have already bugged out. They're bugged out and they're no longer glowing. So that's why you don't want to duplicate the lion sword one before you get to here, because it will stop it spawning more of those glowing bugs, and you need them. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. Don't go up and intentionally duplicate the lion sword before you go and activate the door. If you want to duplicate it, go and activate the door with the glowing bugs first, and then come back and duplicate the lion sword. Okay, guys? Don't duplicate it the first time. So to duplicate it, we can just go up to it at any time and just spam interact on the statue, and it's just going to duplicate the sword out, guys. You can do it at any time with any sword. Simple as, easy as. Do it with the fire sword. Just spam into it, and it will duplicate it up. Then when you go along and we put the sword into the statue, we're still going to have a sword as well, and we'll drop a rocket launcher on the ground. So we put that in the thing, we drop a rocket launcher on the ground, but we've still got a sword, guys. You're just duplicating it wherever you go. So with that said, guys, you can now get in there, you can duplicate your swords in CDM if you want that. Now, if at some point you don't want the launcher in your melee later, you can always just go up and change your melee to a melee weapon out of your slot, and you can keep the double time perk active in your class as well. So go out there and get that double time perk into your melee class, because it's broken, and well, why not have it there, because it's a bonus and there's no negatives to it. So get out there, get your melee perk, get down there, smash that like button for me, subscribe if you're not already, leave me that awesome comment, and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. BMAN